If life was a game, would you play it again? I asked myself that question this week, and strangely enough, I didn't expect the answer that I eventually arrived at. We live in a time where we have access to almost unlimited information. You can learn anything instantly, but at the same time, the biggest questions about existence are still unanswered. What exactly is consciousness? Why are we all here at all? What exactly is the meaning behind any of this? For all the knowledge that we've collected, we know surprisingly little about the deeper questions of life, and behind everything we do sits this reality that shapes our decisions more than we'd like to admit, and that's death. Whether we say it out loud or not, many of the things that we pursue, the things we build, the relationships that we care about, the ambitions that we chase, they're all shaped by this understanding. So the question came to me in a different form. If tomorrow you woke up somewhere else and realized that this entire life had been a simulation, would you log back in and play it again? Think about that for a second. If you woke up tomorrow and this entire life, every success, every failure, every relationship was simply a world that you entered for a period of time, would you play another round? Because life does feel like a game sometimes, right? You're given this character that you didn't design. You appear in a place that you didn't choose. You're given certain strengths, certain weaknesses, certain opportunities, and certain limitations. And then the game begins. The interesting part is that no two people are playing the same version of it. Everyone starts at a different level, different conditions, different obstacles, different advantages. So comparing your progress to someone else's doesn't make sense. The real challenge is figuring out how to play your own. And that starts with understanding your character. What are its strengths? Where does it struggle? What is it capable of becoming? Over time, you realize that things like discipline and self-improvement start to resemble training. You're doing it not because you're forced to. You're doing it because you want your character to get stronger, more capable, more prepared for whatever level appears next. The game gets more interesting when you treat your own development as a part of the adventure. Eventually, I came back to the original question, would I play this game again? When I thought about it, honestly, the answer was yes. Not because life has always been easy, but because of two things that have made the entire experience meaningful: connection and adventure. The relationships that we form, the ability to experience love, loyalty, friendship, belonging. Those are some of the most powerful things a human being can experience. And the second is adventure. Discovering what you're capable of becoming. Watching your character slowly evolve over time. Because truth being told, we don't know if there's another game after this one. We don't know if there was a game before this. So if you give up on this one too early, you lose the chance to experience those things again. The chance to love, the chance to grow, the chance to explore what this version of you might eventually become. So if this life is some kind of a game, then the goal isn't simply to just get through it. The goal is to play it well. Because we can't control the entire game, but we can control how seriously we take the opportunity to play it. So let me return to the question that I started with. If life was a game, would you play it again? For me, the answer is yes, but only if I know I did everything I could to give my character the best possible chance to win. So thank you for listening, as always. I'll see you guys next week.